Hi, my name is Kazuki. I'm a polyglot that speaks 7 languages. And today, I'll tell you guys how you can learn Japanese by yourself. The first thing that you must do is learn hiragana and katakana. Well, if I will teach you guys the Japanese, if I will teach you Japanese, I won't teach you first hiragana and katakana because I will teach you guys how to learn Japanese as a native learn Japanese. But if you're going to learn alone, you must learn hiragana and katakana. If you learn hiragana and katakana first, you can read the basics, right? And you can learn the vocabulary, and it's going to be more easy to learn the grammar. So if you're going to learn by yourself without spending any money, I recommend you to learn hiragana and katakana. The first thing you have to put in your mind is not to try to write by your hand hiragana and katakana, because here in Japan, how we learn hiragana and katakana, we take a note and spend hours writing the same hiragana and katakana, and that's take hours. Take hours, take your time. It's not funny, and a lot of people stop learning just because they try to learn writing. But if you're gonna come to Japan to visit, not to live here, not to work here, you don't need to do that. So I recommend you to memorize, to learn hiragana, katakana, and first learn how to read it, how to read hiragana and katakana. And after, if you're gonna come to Japan to work and to live here, I think you can learn how to write after you learn how to speak it, if you have time, right? If you have time. But I don't think that if you're not going to come to Japan to live here, it's going to be necessary to you to learn how to write by your hand. So what you should do, how you should learn hiragana and katakana? Well, you can find the table of hiragana and katakana on Google, and you also can learn by Duolingo. If you learn Japanese in Duolingo, you can learn the vocabulary, a little bit of the grammar, but you can also learn just the hiragana and the katakana. So I recommend you guys to first learn hiragana and katakana using Duolingo. I have a friend that I have a student that he's doing that, and he's saying that it's very good. So I recommend you guys to do that. Yeah, and flashcards is also good too. Yeah, if you have a patience to use flashcards, I recommend you guys to use that too. And the second thing you should do is learn the basic grammar. So I recommend you guys to use Minna no Nihongo. The textbook's called Minna no Nihongo. And also you have another one that is very popular that is called Genki, and learn by the textbook. So the basic grammar you should know is like how to use the particles of Japanese, like wa, ga, wo, e. Yeah, because Japanese language, the most important thing in Japanese language is the particles, because you use it to connect the sentence with another sentence. And by using Genki and Minna no Nihongo, you can learn the grammar and also learn the verbs and a little bit of kanji too. So after you learn hiragana, katakana, and a little bit of the grammar, I recommend you to do a lot of inputs. So if you like manga, if you like anime, I recommend you to watch it in Japanese and read manga in Japanese, and you can learn a little bit how to use how the grammar works in Japanese. I have a friend that he's Portuguese, and he learned a lot by just watching anime and reading manga. So I recommend you guys to do that too if you like to. If you like to, if you don't like mangas, you can, if you like to read like books that is not manga, you know, like you can do that too. But I recommend manga because it's more easy to know what is happening by the pictures on the manga. And you also can learn by music. If you have a music that you like in Japanese, you can learn what it means too. But I recommend more reading manga, that because you have more vocabulary, how to use it, and you know how to use the grammar and the vocabulary that you learn. And if you learn a new vocabulary, I recommend you guys to use right away. Because if you learn the vocabulary and you don't use it, you're gonna forget. Well, when I learned a language, when I was learning French, like how I learned a new vocabulary and I tried to use a lot by talking to natives. So I recommend you guys to do the same, because you can put your mind that you have to use it, the sentence and the words that you learn. So to do that, I recommend you guys to use Tanden and Hello Talk. I recommend more Hello Talk because there's a lot more Japanese people using Hello Talk. And find someone that you can talk slowly with your time, and don't be afraid to do mistakes by talking, because everybody do mistakes when they are learning. And try to find someone on Hello Talk and Tanden to correct you when you make a mistake. That's how I learned Catalan, by talking to people on Tanden, and when I did a mistake, they correct me. And I recommend you guys to don't give up and take your time. Try, because if you do all the way I said by yourself, it's gonna take a little bit of time. It's not gonna be very fast, but you will feel that you are learning new things. So I will put my Discord in the description if you wanna learn with me. You can connect me, and I will teach you any language that I speak. So the last thing is how to learn kanji. Kanji, everybody say that it's hard, and yeah, it's very hard because because you have a lot of ways to how to read the kanji, and some kanji have multiple meanings. But if you take your time, you will learn. Well, if you focus to learn just the kanji, the basic to the advanced kanji, I think you will take 1 year. Well, here in Japan, when we learn kanji, we learn a little bit in 1 year, and a little bit in another year on the school. But if you just focus on kanji, you can learn it in 1 year. And I recommend you guys to use Wanikani. It's a website on Google that you can learn kanji. And I recommend you guys to learn kanji when you already speak it, know the grammar, and you can talk a little bit basic stuff in Japanese. That will be more easy. And if you could find a textbook of kanken, it's called Kanji Kente. You can use that, because I learned kanji using that textbooks. Kanji Kente is a exam here in Japan for kanji. Yeah, if you wanna, you can do the exam, pass the exam, and have the certification that you. And I think it's more easy to find here in Japan. But if you can find on Amazon or I know somewhere else, I recommend you to use Kanken. Of course, it's all in Japanese. It's not that hard the way the textbook teaches you. So I recommend you to learn kanji by the Kanken textbook. So, and I want you guys to comment and make a suggestion for another video. And thanks guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.